Hello and welcome to a new episode of KRONECTED Live. My name is Elisa Götter and I'm pleased to welcome you again today. Today's topic is all about the newest 5th generation BiG Pack. Today's guest is a colleague of mine, Niklas Beindorf. Hello and welcome to today's episode. I'm hoping to pass on a bit of knowledge about the 5th generation BiG Pack. What are our key points today? First of all, we'll have a look at a couple of features on the machine behind me, as well as a few new innovations, such as the larger axles, new additive dispenser, the KRONE Smart Telematics, as well as the changes we've made to our nodders.
Das Thema Smart Telematics möchte ich natürlich kurz ansprechen und wir haben im Bereich Knoterei was gemacht, was auch nicht ganz uninteressant sein wird.
Thank you for the overview. As always, should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to write them in the chat or send them to us at mbk.live@krone.de. It's also worth staying on and to pay attention, as we'll be hosting our weekly giveaway at the end of the show, where you need to answer a quick question. To get started, how long has KRONE had BiG Pack in the machine portfolio? We started back in 1993, where we internationally released the BiG Pack almost 30 years ago now, giving us ample amount of experience and knowledge. We are now offering the 5th generation BiG Pack, which is produced alongside the still popular 4th generation BiG Pack. The 4th generation will still stay in our product lineup and is still available for purchase. KRONE offers 24 different BiG Pack models to suit everyone's needs. What has changed with the newest 5th generation? Certainly the most obvious, its shape and appearance has been updated to a more modern look. However, design isn't everything. The internals have been extensively reworked and updated. To start with our new one-piece side panels with integrated twine boxes. They're easy to access without the needed tools. The new twine boxes are able to house 15 twine rolls per side, 2 in series for the upper twine and 3 in series for the lower twine. First thing to note, what's happened to the size of the twine balls? Here's a side-to-side comparison to the old and the new. The 5th generation BiG Pack gives us the option to use 15 kilogram twine balls. Even though we carry one less twine ball per side, we still have 30% more twine on board than before, allowing for 1,500 bales before needing to be refilled. Meaning we will be more efficient out in the field? Exactly, and should that not be enough, we also offer additional twine boxes. No, 15 kg twine balls are going to be pretty heavy to lift up there. What's our solution for that? To make the refilling more comfortable, we took a piece from the 4th generation HDP2 BiG Pack. We can now lower the side panels hydraulically, either from inside the cab, on over the terminal, or from the control panel back here. The twine box can also be set into a butterfly position, allowing for easier access when cleaning at the end of the day, making it very versatile, easy access to the twine boxes, or easy access to all the running gear for cleaning or maintenance. More comfort and convenience is currently not available anywhere else. Let's go to the other side and have a look. I think it will give our viewers a good understanding of how easy it is to access the twine balls when the side panels are lowered. Yes, it's definitely a vast improvement. It's so much more comfortable to load new twine in and out of the box. It certainly offers great access. Lowering the side panels also gives the operator great access to all the internals and running gear, such as the VFS system.
Hier haben wir entsprechend jetzt den Zugang zum VFS.
The VFS has been extensively reworked. It's now 50% tougher than before. It's sensor monitored and electrically triggered. The operator can set the pre-compression, rod number and thickness from inside the cab over the terminal. A significant difference to the previous generation is that the old system triggered every time material is thrown up into the bale chamber, whilst the new system actuates whenever there is not enough material to fill the bale chamber and a collection mode is required. This makes it more operator friendly and it causes less wear and tear. All the individual cam tracks, which can wear out over time, are now in separate pieces, allowing for an easier exchange of parts. The vari-cut itself hasn't really changed, but we only offer the 5th generation BiG Pack with the vari-cut system, either with 26 knives or 51 knives, and giving us a cutting length of 22 millimeters. Behind here is the poly B-belt drive, making for very comfortable operating and designed for high throughputs out on the field. What have we done to meet the different requirements in different markets? What chamber size do we offer? The 5th generation is currently available as the 1270 and 1290 configuration. The 1290 is in standard or HDP. HDP has been available on our machines since 2006, offering approximately 25% higher bale density, being especially interesting for customers who need to transport bales over a long distance. What are the changes to our bale chamber? The HDP bale chamber hasn't changed very much. It's basically the same length as the old one. However, the 1290 and 1270 standard variants now feature a longer bale chamber as well. The longer bale chamber improves bale symmetry and bale density, especially with the 1270, almost reaching a density comparable to the 1290 HDP.
Was natürlich im 70er Markt dann auch sehr interessant ist.
Let's move along to the new modded Power Clean. The KRONE Power Clean uses 2 hydraulic-driven fans to create a positive air pressure inside the nodder area, keeping out any debris and material and ensuring all 6 nodders are kept clean at all times. The Power Clean system differs from conventional systems where the material is blown off the nodders and onto the rear of the bale chamber. Therefore, the Power Clean system ensures for a much cleaner state of the overall machine.
Und ja, das ist auch ein Feature, was sehr, sehr gut angekommen ist in der Vergangenheit.
Well, we've now had a good peek at some of the new features, but let's have a look at them in action. On screen now is a 5th generation BiG Pack 1270. Fitted with the larger and more robust BPV axle and 26.5-inch wheel size. The larger tires have a positive effect on rolling resistance and also reduce ground compression.
Die große Bereifung hat natürlich den Vorteil, dass ich den Rollwiderstand nochmal deutlich minimiere und dass natürlich auch die Aufstandsfläche bzw. der Bodendruck der Maschine deutlich reduziert wird.
When comparing the 620 by 50 and 22.5 inch to the 620 by 55 and 26.5 inch tires, then ground compression is reduced by approximately 23%. An important factor to keep in mind when operating in fragile or damp areas. We also offer the 710, 50, 26.5 inch size, offering even better flotation properties. However, it does make the machine over 3 meters wide, which might be a problem depending on road regulations in your country. What else is new for this season? Aside from the different tire choices, we also developed a new fully integrated additive dispenser system, which can be used with silage additives or preserving agents. For whom is the new additive dispenser system useful? The demand for such systems are mainly from our export markets. When I think back to my time in the US, many big packs had such additive systems mounted on them. Especially alfalfa hay is very fragile towards moisture. Alfalfa hay doesn't dry out very well, and moisture nests can heat up and cause the bale to burn from the inside out. That's why preserving agents is a useful tool, especially during non-ideal weather conditions. I can make sure my harvest is brought in safe and can be stored without any risk. However, also the Benelux countries have started to increasingly use square balers to collect silage, and that's where silage additives are needed during their harvest operation. What's the additive dispenser's capacity? There is a tank mounted on the back of the baler with a capacity of about 400 liters. And where's the silage dispenser mounted? The actual dispenser unit is mounted directly in front of the additive tank, allowing for easy access. The dispenser unit, which is going to be mounted on a variety of KRONE machines in the future, consists of a valve, filter, flow meter, a pump, and pressure regulators to allow for different doses. There's a manual override switch mounted to allow the operator to bleed out any air after maintenance work. The unit is very easy to remove from the baler. It can be done without the use of tools, which is especially useful during the winter months when temperatures drop below freezing, where it's recommended to store it somewhere warm to avoid any leftover fluids from freezing. How can I refill the additive tank? There are two options to refill the tank. First of all, the operator can remove the large screw cap on the top of the tank and refill the tank via the integrated sieve. Or you can use a hose on the back left of the baler, where you can refill the tank much more comfortably. The operator can also connect a conventional garden hose to flush the system at the end of the day. Furthermore, there is a safety feature to collect any spilling additives during maintenance work to stop the spilling over the entire side of the baler. Where are the additive nozzles positioned? Are they easy to reach? The nozzles are very easy to reach. They're positioned underneath the flywheel between the pickup and the cutting rotor. As in the picture, they're mounted in a small, easy to get to housing. There are simple conventional industrial nozzles mounted in pairs. The nozzles will need to be adjusted or swapped out depending on the viscosity of the additives used.
das haben unsere Ingenieure toll umgesetzt.
Are we the only manufacturer offering solutions like this? Our competitors do offer additive dispenser units as well, however they are mostly outside sourced systems, and KRONE is the only manufacturer who has gone the whole way to engineer their own and have also fully integrated the unit into the existing machine's operating system. The dispenser settings can be found on the CCI terminals. It's the fourth button in the first column. The settings allow the operator to view the tank level or set a low tank level warning, as well as various other options.
Oder ich kann dann auch in die Dosieranlage, in die Bedienmodi reingehen. Hier habe ich dann zunächst die Möglichkeit, die Anlage auszuschalten im Modus 1, wenn ich halt Stroh presse und das Ganze nicht benötige. Dann habe ich einen Automatikmodus, wo ich Liter pro Minute.
Such options include turning the whole system off and on, or turning on and off the available automatic setting, where the operator can choose the amount of liters per minute he wants to dispense. Liters per minute is of course not a very accurate dosing unit, since the amount of additive needed does depend very much on the amount of material the baler encounters in the field. That's why KRONE has integrated a feature which allows the system to dose the additive depending on the bale weight. To measure the bale weight, it uses the integrated weighing system from the chute or the bale colleague. If there's no weighing system mounted on the baler, the operator can manually enter an average weight. There's also the option of choosing from different moisture and weight dependent dosing amounts. And the last mode is for maintenance purposes, where the operator can manually select the pump's throughput from 0 to 100%.
Dafür sorgen, dass wir die Leitung einmal sauber durchspülen und das ist der 5. Modus und damit auch der letzte.
Am I, as a contractor or a farmer, required to document the usage of additives or preservatives? That's a good question, and it depends on your country or region, since regulations do differ. However, the KRONE system documents the amount of additives used on the customer specific menu or on the task controller. The task controller brings me onto the KRONE Smart Connect box, which is now fitted as standard to all 5th generation BiG Packs and includes the KRONE Telematics system, offering the customer a wide range of information about his harvest throughout the season. KRONE Telematics can be used on a smartphone, tablet, or at home on the computer.
Wenn ich euch das einmal zeigen darf, zunächst noch die Möglichkeiten, wie wir das Telematics nutzen können, entweder auf dem Smartphone, auf dem Tablet oder aber im Büro auf dem Computer. Und wir haben zwei Möglichkeiten.
We can either carry out live analysis of a machine while it's operating, or view data from past days.
Auch schon Kundenanfragen beantworten, die wissen wollen, wann die Maschine aufs Feld kommt, wo sie sich gerade befindet. Andersrum können wir natürlich auch im Nachgang dann gucken.
The system offers a good overview of all the fields we've been operating in. The user can also use the telematics system to look back in time to any day of the week the machine might have been working on.
Wenn dem dann so geschehen ist, haben wir entsprechend unsere Einsatzdaten von dem ganzen Tag. Wir haben unten einen Zeitsheet.
There's a slider at the bottom of the screen to select the time frame. Alternatively, the user can also select the field he wants information about, and the time slider will adjust itself automatically. The system also offers the user the exact position where the bale was ejected, with all the important information such as weights, size, moisture level, and bale ID code, as well as the amount of additives used.
Das Ganze kann ich natürlich auch meinem Kunden dann mit an die Hand geben. Ich kann Reports erstellen von den verschiedenen Flächen.
The user can also create PDF documents, which include all the information he wishes to include. These will look something like you'll see on the screen now, and are very handy for all the documenting purposes for the contractor or the customer.
Dargestellt habe über alle Leistungsdaten, und das ist natürlich durchaus auch für die Dokumentation beim Endkunden dann interessant.
It's a very thought-through system, very useful and professional. What else do we have coming that will work with the KRONE Telematics?
Aber Stichwort Rückverfolgbarkeit, kommt da noch was anderes in Zukunft, was dieser Thematik doch gut helfen würde?
Ja, wenn man über das Thema
Next step would be to add all this information to the bale itself. Thus, when the farmer inspects a bale and reckons it's not up to his quality standard, that he can scan a tag attached to the bale and access all the information, including whether the bale was made under difficult weather conditions or not, or if he needs to improve his storage technique. Aim is to mount a tagger on the machine, which automatically adds a tag to each bale. But we did promise our viewers some exciting news. A hot topic which has been going on for a while now are the little twine ends, which, well, we wouldn't be KRONE if we didn't have a solution for that as well. Yes, the existence of the twine ends has been a hot topic, especially during the last couple of years. Before that, it was just accepted as a cone of the double knotter. Due to environmental reasons, it's not acceptable these days to always leave behind these little twine ends. That's why our KRONE engineers have developed a solution to work around this problem. Currently, there are two main knotter variants on the market, the single and the double knotter. The single knotter doesn't produce any twine ends, however it cannot operate reliably with high baling pressures. The double knotter does work very reliably at high baling pressures, which is the reason why most competitors use them on their own machine. Only downside being, it leaves behind twine ends. KRONE wanted a solution for this problem and developed their own knotter for the big pack called the V knotter. The V knotter produces a deering knot for the first knot and a McCormick knot for the second. The McCormick knot is known to be more reliable as it has a loop which can't pull itself apart as easily as it's the case with the deering knot.
Ein Schlaufenknoten oder Cormick-Knoten wird er teilweise auch genannt, der den Ruf hat, dass er deutlich stabiler ist, wenn er halt eine Schlaufe hat und sich nicht so schnell aufziehen kann, wie es der
And having the McCormick knot as the second knot is a significant advantage, since the starting knot of the bale experiences a much larger force than the finishing knot does. What has changed? The drive flange has been redesigned. When retrofitting the V-knotter to an older generation, it would need changing. The internals now have a single tooth segment, where there used to be two. The inner segment turns to twine holder. Also new is the bill hook, which now features a V shape, hence the name V-knotter. The V opening of the bill hook makes it easier for the loop to eject from the bill hook in a downward action.
Wir müssen den Schlaufenknoten ja irgendwie vom Knoterschnabel runterbekommen und das geht halt am besten durch diese Öffnung nach unten. Was hat sich sonst noch
geändert? The twine disc, it's the component in green, has a new shape. The knife is now mounted on the twine holder, the component in orange.
Das gelbe Bauteil, wo halt die Klinge jetzt dran verschraubt ist und dementsprechend brauchen wir an dieser Stelle auch kein Messer.
And there's no need for the knife arm anymore. Instead, there's now a modified swing arm, which pushes and ejects the knot from the knotter and pulls the twine ends through the loop from the McCormick knot.
Montiert hat und der sorgt im Prinzip dafür, dass wir den Knoten vom Schnabel abschieben und dass wir dann auch das Ende des Garnstrangs in den Knoten reinziehen, quasi aus der Garnhaltescheibe rausziehen und so dann halt den Schlaufenknoten formen.
To get a better understanding of how it works, we put together this small animation. The first animation shows the KRONE double knotter that was used in the past, where the twine is placed into the twine holder, forming the first knot. The twine is cut by the knife arm. The twine is again pulled back over the bill hook. The second knot is formed, and the knife arm cuts off the twine ends. The 2 to 3 centimeter long leftover pieces of twine are left in the twine disc and ejected with the next turn.
wird bei der nächsten Drehung dann entsprechend ausgeworfen. Hier sehen wir jetzt schon den neuen
The V-knotter works in a similar fashion, difference being the twine is cut by the turning of the twine disc, forcing the twine past the knife. When a second knot is formed, the twine disc stays put and the draw cam simply pulls the twine out of the twine disc and into the loop of the knot, which then ejects downward through the V-shaped bill hook.
Aus der Garnhaltescheibe raus, in den Knoten rein, formt die Schlaufe und diese wird nach unten durch den geöffneten Knoterschnabel herausgezogen.
We don't actually save any twine, unlike other manufacturers, because our V-knotter needs the extra twine because it ends up in the loop of the knot, making the knot itself a lot more sturdy.
Für zusätzliche Stabilität sorgt und ja, an der Stelle deutlich sinnvoller eingesetzt ist, als wenn es frei auf dem Feld liegt.
Ja, ich denke, das war schon
I think that was some very exciting news for all our viewers at home.
zu Hause.
A German agricultural magazine tested the new generation BiG Pack last season. What were the results?
Vom Fachmagazin das Gerät mal einmal genauer unter die Lupe nehmen durften. Also nicht das Gerät, sondern quasi die ganze BiG Pack der 5. Generation. Was wartet da auf unsere Zuschauer?
Das ist richtig.
The Profi magazine took delivery of one of our machines last season. It was a 1270 vari cut and 51 knives with the Additive dispenser system and a bale collect. And the results will be printed in the next edition. For everyone who hasn't subscribed to the Profi magazine, the test results will be published on the KRONE homepage in the near future.
Die Abonnenten unter Ihnen müssten diese ja in den nächsten Tagen zugesandt bekommen. Und für alle, die keine Profi beziehen, ist natürlich schade, wenn sie das nicht tun, aber auch die sollen natürlich an dem Test nicht vorbeikommen. Da werden wir das Ganze natürlich dann in Zukunft auch über die KRONE Homepage entsprechend bereitstellen.
Das war's mit
That was the end of KRONECTED Live with topics from inside the KRONE. However, we do have another interesting topic for you next week. We will talk about contracting from tomorrow. What are the challenges contractors face? What improvements do digital interfaces offer? And what role does the manufacturer have in all this?
Bieten digitale Dienstleistungen und vor allen Dingen, welche Rolle hat der Hersteller hierbei? Über dieses spannende Thema sprechen wir gemeinsam
Guest next week will be Dr. Hartmut Mattes, CEO of BLU, Katharina Lingmann from Beinort and Lingmann Contracting near Osnabrück, and a colleague of mine, Christian Holt. That's it for today. Until next week, goodbye.